Guys, before this video starts, I want to tell you about this sick website that sells hella cheap NBA jerseys. The website is ringchasers.com. I copped myself a few jerseys on there a while back, and I honestly don't know how their prices are this cheap. If you guys want to get a sick deal on a jersey, make sure you check them out. Link will be in the description, and use code LQG at checkout for an extra 10% off. What's going on, guys? It's LQG, and today I'm back with another video. So today we have for you guys NBA Legends explain how good Reggie Miller was. Reggie Miller was one of the greatest trash talkers as well as spot-up shooters and clutch performers the NBA has ever seen. I really enjoyed watching Miller's 30 for 30 that went into great detail on his career and his rivalry with Spike Lee and the Knicks. Make sure to let me know what you think about Reggie Miller in the comments below, as well as what other players to do next, and I'll keep bringing these videos for you guys. Also make sure I smash a like on this video. Let's see if we get 100 likes, and make sure to subscribe to the channel to catch all the new content. We're releasing daily videos for all of 2021, so make sure you don't miss out. With that being said, let's get into NBA Legends explain how good Reggie Miller was.
Reggie Miller. No, I'll take myself off this. I'm not on that list.
I coached Reggie Miller.
I'm gonna put Reggie in there.
And I would say we talk about clutch shot makers.
I'm not putting myself on that list. So it's not going to be real.
To me, Reggie Miller.
I'm not putting myself on that list.
To me, Reggie Miller was one of the clutch shot makers ever in this league. And when we talk about clutch, I'm not talking about at the end of the game. Reggie Miller would make those shots when you down 4 and you need a bucket to stay in the game. That's when you're giving it to Reggie Miller. A lot of guys miss those shots, but the shots that you got to make to keep up with the team that's pulling away, that's when you got a shot maker. And to me, Reggie's on that list.
So take yourself, because you're not going to vote for yourself. Do we have unanimous Reggie Miller?
I'm on that.
Yeah, best shooter of all time.
I'm on that.
I'm on that. Shaq,
I don't know. You on that?
Shaq is on a hold up.
Shaq's mad at me.
No, I'm not mad at you. I mean,
Just doesn't like you.
no, it's just that, I actually love Reggie. Me and Reggie, we have similar backgrounds, military. Woo. I'm gonna have to go with Ray Allen. Because Ray Allen sort of,
Can't fault that. All right.
Ray Allen
In the top next 10?
No, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold
Over
on.
Reggie?
Yeah, no, because Ray took what Reggie did and kind of turned it up to that next level.
Reggie Miller is one of the best pure shooters that I've ever played against. It's hard to guard him, coming off screens. You know, he could also put it on the floor and take it to the basket. That's what they don't talk about a lot, but his jump shot was one of the purest I've ever seen. Little unorthodox, it looked really funny, but he would make them. You don't ever want to leave him. He was a good athlete, and at 6'7", he had the length and the height to shoot right over most people. And it didn't take him long to get that shot off. You know, when you see a guy shoot the ball that quick, with that much accuracy, I think of Reggie Miller.
Well, anytime you have a great scorer that is an opposing scorer, your game plan defensively is around that guy. How do you slow him down? How do you stop him? And Reggie was no different than any other great player. You had a game plan, how are you going to slow him down, how are you going to stop him, how you keep the ball out of his hands by trying to deny him, but he'd move so well without the ball, it was hard to stop because he never stopped moving.
He's one of the great adversaries that I ever had to coach against, and you know, I knew that when I was coaching against him that I had nothing but respect for him. But Reggie is absolutely one of the all-time greats. I mean, when you talk about his kind of game and how he played, there were only 1 or 2 other guys, you know, in the same circle.
The next thing that he brought to the table, he loved the big moments. He loved the big games. He loved the playoffs or the big marquee matchups against his arch rival, whether it was Michael Jordan or somebody, or the Knicks. He got up. The bigger the game, the bigger Reggie Miller would perform and play, the better. And this guy was just unstoppable.
Reggie was so clutch, you know, he wanted the ball in his hands, and he had a unique ability to draw fouls. So he's always able to keep the defense off balance because he was such a great free throw shooter. You don't want to get your hands caught and foul him, so he created space, and that's all he needed was a little space to get that shot off. And it seemed like he was a higher percentage shooter with the game on the line than he was actually probably during the middle of the game. And as an opposing player, I really didn't like him too much, and that's a compliment because out of respect, and he would get under your skin. But when I became his teammate, I loved playing with him. He was one of my favorite teammates of all time. And when we were in a close game and the ball was in his hands,
Did you guys ever have any friction when you played against each other?
I didn't have friction with him. I had friction with Vlade, because Vlade was the instigator. He was always talking and flopping. Me talking about flopping, but flopping. So it was Vlade that I had problems. I never had problems with C. Webb, especially those great Sacramento teams.
Yeah, I was a big fan of Reggie, but I didn't like him because he was always beating our teams. You know, like he was the catalyst. You know, I knew he was the one who's gonna be talking junk, getting in the guys, and so he was a guy like you always wanted to play with. But when you're playing against him, you just hate him.
So Reggie Miller, you and I, we talked about a couple months ago, and you had mentioned that Reggie Miller was a tough guy to guard.
Yeah.
Because of off ball, and he just never stopped moving. So talk about guarding Reggie and how you prepared for a guy like him.
Well, with Reggie, you know, you have to stay locked in. Like if you lose sight of him or you lose focus on him, he's gonna bang you up very quickly. You know what I mean? 2 or 3, 4 threes in a row, you know? And so my mentality with Reggie is gonna be, we had our own separate game. I'm guarding you, and those other 8 guys, they're gonna be playing basketball.
Right.
But I have you, you know? And that was my mentality, not to let him get going, because once he get going, or any player in this league get going, you can't shut the water off.
Right.
You know, especially with him, because he has a different mentality.
So you were just in the bubble? You didn't even see the other stuff?
No. I literally, it could be, you know, a rebound come right there. I'm like locked into him. You know what I mean? You have to have that mindset with Reggie, because I can remember the game 1, where he scored those points in that many seconds.
Right, 8 points. And
8 points, yeah. And so I got him on lock. Then we made a sub, and bam, he hit a shot. I was like, I'm sitting on the bench like, are you for real? I mean, he was on lock.
Right.
Because he just.
Right.
And by the time I got back in, he was on fire. It was too late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was already
too
talking
late.
to Spike.
Spike, and he was just in this whole mode, because I've been in that mode, and I know how it is. And yeah, it was.
So that's it for this video, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like and also subscribe to the channel. Like I said at the beginning, we're releasing daily videos for all of 2021, so you don't want to miss out. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great day. Guys, before this video starts, I want to tell you about the sick website that sells hella cheap NBA jerseys. The website is ringchasers.com. I copped myself a few jerseys on there a while back, and I honestly don't know how their prices are this cheap. If you guys want to get a sick deal on a jersey, make sure you check them out. Link will be in the description, and use code LQG at checkout for an extra 10% off.